those two players. Spider, I think, was maybe simply the victim of Winky Face and Min just being faster, right? Just simply that. He wasn't looking like he was, in any trouble per se, right? He looks to be doing pretty well on all the tracks, but slightly inconsistent, right? You've got one or two slides, maybe a bit too much of a risk happening for him right there, and losing out on some valuable points during a match. But regardless, I think all the players should be pretty well, well fought. Pretty close to each other in terms of skill. They'll, I'm just gonna keep rooting for Spider again. I gotta root for Singapore people. That's just me.
Absolutely, yeah. I am expecting this to be a close one, and I agree. I think Spider was just in a really tough bracket. I am expecting him to do very well and go far in this losers match. But we'll have to wait and see. It's worth noting in the first semi, Einl, Fiddy, Gaming Boy, and Chung. Fiddy did actually disconnect for a couple of rounds in that match. So perhaps the scores are a little closer than they would have been if he hadn't, as he was looking very strong, but still able to push through. But
that was very impressive, yeah, because it turned out to be very, very close from what I can tell. Fiddy coming in second on that, despite the DC. Not a lot of players feel confident enough about that.
He lost some valuable points, but able to compose himself for the remaining rounds.
Let's just see what the players themselves that we're about to we'll see play. We got some information on them. We got some nice little tidbits to give you an idea of who to expect and what to expect. So I know, there you go. Sorry, chat. Favored Xbox Series X controller. From what I saw in terms of mix of inputs, half players use keyboard, half the players use controller. In this case, I know a controller player. Preferring Cam 2, and that's how I feel as well. Looking to be mixed, which I think fits the current map pool results happening in the previous AOTC Series 6th and 7th place. Right now being in losers round 1, let's hope he's able to get another another result within that range and perhaps even higher. So curious to see how that'll could give him, show off for him his results. I mean, if he goes out now, it wouldn't be good. We don't want that. We don't want that. I wouldn't want that for him. So what's up? Ooh, Game Boy as well from Indonesia. Keyboard player instead, and also Cam 2. Not a preferred style specifically, but showing off some good results in the summer and spring versions of the AOTC and AOTS, as it was named previously, 3rd and 4th place. Bit of a trickier spot in this situation, but curious to see. I mainly have seen him in the seasonal series, and always been doing relatively well. Unfortunately, the Asian teams in the TSCC haven't always managed to come in that far. So unfortunately, I haven't seen that much from him. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of him. But interesting, no preferred style at all. Just just throw whatever sticks. We'll take it. We'll do it. And what this is a corner, whatever server it is, I'll take it. So we'll see how he how he manages throughout the cup, and if he is able to make it through losers final.
Yeah, absolutely. Gaming Boy and Einl both made it through the first match, and now we have Spider, who we saw in action in the previous match. A keyboard player, prefers KM1. That's more in line with me. I'm a KM1 mate. He again does not like full tech or full speed. Full speed isn't a problem here. There's a few techie sections, but overall much more of a mixed map style. So I'm expecting Spider to be quite strong here. He was in a very, very rough bracket with Winky and Min playing absolutely amazingly. So I am expecting him to do very well in this lower match right here. Showing off some good results. in the AOTS and in the TMFL. So really strong player, expecting a good performance here. And our final player is simply Nick. Nick had a very, very shaky match, a lot of mistakes, a lot of unfortunate bonks. I expect he's put a little bit of work in the last 20 minutes. A pretty big streamer, uses an Xbox controller, uses the Cam1 style as well, prefers the mixed style of track, which once again I think suits very well for this tournament. Has won the AOTC once it was when it was called the ATS, so definitely can put in big performances and has a lot of experience behind him. So I think we'll see, hopefully we'll see a much more consistent performance here by Simply Nick. But we'll have to wait and see. Those are the players that are going to be competing in this match. What are your predictions, Boney?
I think, you know, despite the previous win from Simply Nick, it just seems like today just isn't quite his day, and you know, like as much as, you know, like, you know, I feel like maybe, you know, you have a bad day, but at the same time you feel bad. But I do think that is gonna, you know, mean that he might be the first to drop. I actually expect. I think Einl is looking very good to take home number one in this one, I'd say. And again, I'm just gonna give you Spider number two. Maybe I should give. I'm just gonna give Spider one. We're just gonna turn it around. Spider number one, Idol number two. There we go. I'm just gonna put that on the table. I'm putting all the, just everything is on Spider. Don't mess this up for me, man. Just look. I'm gonna look very bad if you mess this up. Please don't. Spider's gonna win this. Easy clap.
Look, I think that's a pretty good pick. Idle and Spider look very strong. Let's hope we haven't jinxed him, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I do agree. I think Nick's looked very shaky. He's going to have to have an insane performance. He's also, it seems like, if we look at personal best, lacking a little bit of pace as well. So he's struggling with pace and consistency. But Idle Spider, very good picks to go through. I do think we're going to see a bit from Gaming Boy. Gaming Boy, another really strong player. But I definitely think Idle's making it through this one. And then I think second place is going to be between Gaming Boy and Spider. And I think I'm probably going to have to agree with you and go with Spider. A very strong player. And we'll have to wait and see. The two losers from this will be eliminated from the event. The other two will go on to tomorrow to compete in the losers final. And that will be against the two losers from the winners final bracket. And then, yeah, we just have to wait and see who makes it through. Players in their warm-up now. Looks like our first map is going to be Hute, which is SRK's map.
It'd be nice mix. I actually had to learn this ice line. Like, I just couldn't figure it out on my own, and it was SRK just telling me, like, bro, just go over the penalty ice. Like, what are you doing? So that's what I've been doing, because it's very, very important to slow down here. You can see Spider doing it right here as well. Just making sure that you have enough time to slow down and get the slide into the bobsleigh, because otherwise you're just gonna go too fast. You're gonna slide out, and it's no bueno. That's not what you want. That's not what you want to do. And you can maybe, you know, lose a bit of speed there. Ice is always a tricky one where you can see people simply slingshotting their way forward just because they have a better slide. Slide is all what it's about. The bobsleigh section itself not too tricky, but that final part to jump into the risky fin, you could just have a bit of an awkward slide on that final corner, and we did see it happen to Simply Nick, where simply clipping the border right there, the barrier, caused him to not make it in. But you can see Spider just doing it the way you wanted to. For those not familiar with the format itself, it is cup mode. First to 100 points will become finalist mode. When you are finalist, all you have to do is win one round. That's it. Just win one round. When you're in finalist mode, points don't matter. First is all that matters at that point. we'll see how fast we'll be seeing players to finalists, and who knows, maybe we get a triple finalist. Situation going on. I always love those. That's my personal favorite, where they're all just going at it, and then just one player trying to get in and stop them from it.
Yeah, that gets absolutely crazy. But yeah, definitely this ice section is going to be it's going to be important. Setting yourself up with the ice slide and a good entry to the bobsleigh is super important. And as you mentioned, the finish very favourable. I played both open qualifiers, and the first week I made it through the first round, and then the second round we had this map first, and I failed the finish twice. And it's a very long checkpoint respawn time, and so basically if you fail the finish, you don't quite have enough time to get any points to get the finish, so you really have to make sure you're consistent and you're disciplined. If you don't think you're going to make it, just go for the safe finish. It's better to get those 3 points or whatever points you're going to get than a 0. So see how everyone does it. We are about to jump right in. The warm-up is just about over. So let's see how the match goes.
The indeed end of warm-up match is starting. Players are off the starting line. And let's see if everybody knows to remember, like, oh, wait, I can't steer here. I know going a bit wide there, having to slow down a tiny bit. Spider Game Boy, Simply Nick, neck and neck. Let's see which of the players is going to be able to carve their way forward. So far, no real ground being given. Simply Nick falling a bit behind, Spider ahead, but Gaming Boy lurking behind. Gaps are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but it's all about this ice right now. Let's see who gets the better slide. Simply Nick goes a bit wide there, builds up good speed. Gaming Boy going on the inside. Not sure if that is enough speed still. Simply Nick barely not able to overtake at the finish line. The Spider picks up the number 1, Gaming Boy number 2, Simply Nick number 3, and Einol comes in number 4.
Yeah, pretty good round. Everyone threw cleanly. Spider getting the 10 points. So strong start from him. Lionel losing out early in the lap and not able to push and gain it back. So we are heading into the next round now. Everyone threw cleanly, heading into the no steer section now. And then onto this dirt. Pretty close round. Gaming Boy actually touches a wheel. And that's going to be a little bit of a time loss. Simply Nick very, very close to touching a wheel as well. A race between Nick and Spider now. Spider looks like he clips a little bit of grass on the inside, a little bit of time loss, but nothing too major. Now wash off all the speed, get into this ice slide. Nick going quite tight. Einl actually with a lot of speed, has a good entry to the bobsleigh as well. Able to, yes, he is going to actually get ahead into first place, keeps the finish clean, and Einl going to take the 10 points now, ahead of Spider and Simply Nick. And then Gaming Boy will be 4th.
You can see it right there, just having more speed coming in from that slide. As mentioned before, it just allows you to slingshot past your opponents, and it very, very much paid off for Ion at that one. That was a very, very good attack. Let's see if he's able to repeat that success as he right now takes the lead in round number 3. All the players very close behind, but Simply Nick goes in a bit too tight and unfortunately slides out. Spider overtaking Einol right now with Gaming Boy just trying to get in. All the players relatively close by, and again, this ice slide, there's a lot of speed to be gained. Which of the 3 players is going to be able to capitalize on that the most? Well, looks like Gaming Boy is getting some more speed over Spider, but Einol holding on, staying close, and bringing in a number 1. Another 10 points going to Einol. Gaming Boy bringing in number 2, Spider number 3. Simply Nick does finish, despite his mistake on the dirt, in number 4.
Yeah, very close round. Good round by Einl securing another 10 points. And now we're on to the next round. Everyone through cleanly. Spider a little bit wide there, not losing out too much. Simply Nick very inside. Has a little bit less speed, allowing Gaming Boy to take the lead. Simply Nick and Einl now battling for second. Spider a little behind, but nothing major yet. Gaming Boy has a very nice lead, a couple of tenths, but it all comes down to the ice section. Who gets the ice slide right? Who can set themselves up for the bobsleigh? It looks like Spider actually has a decent entry. Can he get more speed from it? It actually doesn't look like it. But Einl with quite a lot of speed, probably going to try snipe. No, he doesn't quite have enough speed to snipe Gaming Boy. But still a close round, and Gaming Boy will get the 10 points.
Very, very good round indeed. All the players just putting down nice times. We got, 41-2, 41-3, 41-4, 41-5. It just lines up. It just lines up perfectly. And a nice way to cap off Hoot XXL. And we move on to 23, fall 23. And it does seem like this has been the most tricky map for players, right? There are just simply too many spots where you just slide out, right? That plastic block, those plastic blocks really cause some issues, having been placed in spots where you can, because of speed and oversteering, slide out, or perhaps you decide, like, oh, I have to make sure I steer a bit early, but your timing could be off, and just you crash into one of the flag holes or something like that, right? It's very easy to mess up. Along with this tree jump right there, you can see players will probably want to jump to the right of the first tree that you see right there to make sure that they keep their speed, but it is not an easy jump at all.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a risk versus reward there, and if you pull it off, it is worth time. And we have definitely seen players pull that off, and Min actually had amazing consistency on this map. But everyone else has seemed to struggle as so far, so let's see who can do it. It actually, I believe Simply Nick did a personal best during the last match here on this map, so he's got a lot more pace in him, it looks like. But we are jumping right into round one. Everyone close on the start here. Nice and tight through here. Very close round so far. Everyone making it cleanly. Onto the plastic section here. Want to get as little airtime, or no airtime there. Drift through the next section here. And then through this very tight drift through the checkpoint. Oh, someone wiping out.
Oh, that's
Who
Einl.
was that? It was Einl. Oh my god, it's Simply Nick going to the
Oh
move
no.
with a massive plastic bounce. So two big mistakes, and it's left Gaming Boy and Spider in a 1v1 for the lead, but that was absolutely crazy. That bounce Simply Nick got just sent him flying, and it looks like Spider, if he keeps it clean, and it looks like he's gonna do it, so he's gonna get the 10 points. Gaming Boy's gonna get second, and do the other two finish? We'll have to wait and
That's
see.
always the
Simply
question.
Nick gets it, and Einl. So everyone is gonna secure the points. But a bit of a crazy round, a few mistakes there, but Spider is able to get the 10 points.
Does equal out the points at the top, right? We've got Einl in 33 points. Sorry, Spider in 33, Einl with 32, and Gaming Boy with 31 points. Very close. Simply Nick with 19, not as close as you would like, and especially after losing the speed there with a bonk. Doesn't look like this round is going to minimize that gap anymore. With Einl and Spider right now going into the second section. Spider clips the side of the checkpoint. All Einl has to do right now is just keep his cool, keep his calm. But no, he goes for the inside jump. And there we just have Simply Nick at the front. Like, when you do have these things happening, these mistakes happening, usually it's the first player that makes the mistake that eventually is able to overtake first place, simply just capitalizing on the other mistakes, and picks up a number 1 spot despite a bad start. Very impressive of him. Let's see, does Gaming Boy finish? Einl does so, but Gaming Boy does not. No 3 points going to Gaming Boy. Stuck on 31, and Spider expanding his lead.
Yeah, unfortunate for Game Boy, and absolutely crazy. Nick making a very early mistake last round and getting the win, but a very important 10 points there for Simply Nick. Let's see what happens this round. Is everyone going to play a little bit safer, or are they still going to push? Everyone so far through cleanly. Spider slightly behind. Couple of tenths. Simply Nick has a very nice start. Spider with a lot of speed. They're actually taking it to second place now. Really good speed by Spider through there. Now what are we going to see? Simply Nick, Gaming Boy, and Einl all jumping between the trees and getting it. Spider still in second though. Simply Nick on a really good round, and oh no, Gaming Boy bonks. Oh my god, and Spider bonks. What a crazy round. This map just brings out so many mistakes. And Simply Nick again is going to get the 10 points, it looks like. So a really good map so far from Simply Nick. 50.3, quite a good time. And Einl second. Spider and Gaming Boy isn't going to finish. That is really unfortunate for Gaming Boy. That's costly.
Very costly. Simply Nick overtaking Game Boy with that as well, and finding himself even closer in contention for that #1 spot. Those last 2 rounds really, really helped him out, and just the consistency of the players is in his favor right now, as Simply Nick is just looking the most consistent at the moment. Taking the lead right now, as well as Gaming Boy is just closely behind. Einl and Spider looking to have a bit more speed. Let's see how their jumps will go right now. Spider decides to go on the outside, whereas Simply Nick and Einl go on the inside. Ooh, bit of an awkward drift from Einl, but still managing to keep his speed right there. Simply Nick with a dominating lead right now, 7/10 of a second. Let's see if he's able to hold on to it. He doesn't have to risk too much. He's got all the time in the world, and he is using all of that. I know having a bit of a issue right there in that corner, allowing Spider to overtake. Spider picks up the #2 spot. Gaming Boy, what are you doing? Come on, just get into the finish. Do it. Do it. All right, we're good. Clipping that road sign. But fortunately, it does pick up 3 points at the end of round 4 and fall 23. And we have a tie between Simply Nick and Spider at the end of it all. And that's very, very nice for Simply Nick, considering he came into 23 with a pretty solid placement on 4, and instead he uses his speed and uses the mistakes of others to slingshot himself into shared #1.
Yeah, absolutely. What a map for Simply Nick. He needed that. Now we're right in the mix, equal in the lead. And we now move on to Chalk. So quite a good map here. Basically, see who can do this consistently. Let me have a quick look at the PBs. So we have Spider actually with the best PB out of everyone here with a 45.7, just in front of Gaming Boy by 5 thousandths. So that'll be very interesting to watch. Einl third with a 45.756 and Simply Nick to 45.9. But that map really brought the rounds a lot closer. Gaming Boy fell behind a little bit. Unfortunately, he had a couple of non-finishes, which really, really hurt him. Not even able to pick up the 3 points. And Simply Nick picking up 3 round wins, I believe, on the last map. So
Yeah,
really helping him out.
very, very much in his favor. Maybe this is where Gaming Boy will be able to strike back, as we are live once again. All the players very close together. We won't be seeing much of the deviance between the players until we get to this next dirt section. Let's see if all the players are able to hold on to their gears right now. Looking very good so far. Staying close together. Spider having a bit of an early lead, but Simply Nick exchanging the lead right now. Einl going a bit too wide on the engine off block, hits the barrier, and is going to have to say goodbye to the rest of the 3 players at the front. Spider taking the lead. Simply Nick not having the best of slides, allowing Game Boy to overtake. But no, Simply Nick decides not. My ice is better than yours. Get out of here, nerd. Spider comes in. Does he hold on? Simply Nick very close to it, but not able to snipe. Gaming Boy picks up #3 and Einl with the #4 spot. That was a bit of a weird one from Nick, just going back and forth between placements and eventually coming in #2.
Yeah, Nick just able to hold so much speed on that ice and able to just hold that second spot. So good round. Let's move on to the next round, see how everyone goes. Looking good at the start. Einl with a little bit of a different line. Gaming Boy going super wide, but still very close round. Oh, someone clipped. I think that was Gaming Boy. Yeah, Gaming Boy clipped a wheel there. That is very unfortunate. Going to be a bit of a time loss there. The other 3 very, very close though, super close. Einl had to do a drift there to not bonk. He did bonk there last round, so probably trying to save it. But Simply Nick very slow on the bobsleigh, and Einl is going to take 2nd place from him. But Simply Nick comes back again, has to lift though. Spider really slow onto the ice, so many position changes. Simply Nick has a lot of speed, going to try and attack. Einl here does get the lead, just needs to keep the drift clean, and that is going to be 10 points for Simply Nick. Einl 2nd. Really, really good round. A lot of position changes there. Very close.
I mean, it's looking like Simply Nick is waking up. I'm not sure what's. He didn't exactly have the right start going into this match, and it was looking like it was going to be a bit more of semifinals too. But instead, he is doing a tremendous job, just coming back and taking the lead right now in the match as well. All the players very close behind. Following Gaming Boy as he does overtake Simply Nick a tiny bit, but isn't where time is made up. Let's see how the ice section goes. Spider still at the front. Gaming Boy having more speed than Simply Nick right now. Einol as well coming into the fray. Good slides all around. Simply Nick very close to clipping out, but gets the landing on ice very, very well. Spider still in the lead though. All coming out to this final turn. Spider does close it out. Nice 45.7 coming in. Gaming Boy number 2, the 45.9. Simply Nick number 3 with a 46.0. And Einol brings in a 46.3. Spider retakes the lead.
Yeah, very close to the top between Spider and Nick. Let's see what happens in the next round here. The final round, I believe, on this map. Simply Nick very inside. Take the lead, but going to sacrifice a little bit of speed. It looks like on exit. Very close round so far. I'm a little bit behind, just waiting. Stalking his prey right now. Spider very wide, doesn't clip though. Nick has to drift, and he still touches. Nick is going to lose out there, hitting the wall in the engine off. That is a very big time loss. And Gaming Boy and Spider in a battle for first now. Einol's still there. Spider is going to lose speed there on the drop. It's now between Gaming Boy and Einol. Gaming Boy with a nice 2/10 lead. Just has one final slide here. Einol a little bit wide on his slide, but is able to keep it clean. And Gaming Boy going to take the 10 points. Einol second. Einol seconds. All right. Spider third. And Nick is going to get the finish. Oh my goodness.
Very, very close. Oh my word. Well, Gaming Boy really, really needed that though, right? He's been falling behind throughout the maps, but bringing in nice 10 points is always good to create make that buffer go away from the people at the front. Slice coming in with a super, super cool intro. Look at that. Boom. Yes, these are finish lines sliced. Oh, loved it. I don't think I've actually seen that. I just realized, like, wait, I've actually paid attention to that. Usually I just go into a track, right, and I just play. But
Yeah.
I just realized, like, oh, there's actually a cool intro happening right here.
No, I don't think I've seen it either. I normally just skip them now, but yep, we are going on to Sliced now. And it's pretty close to the top, so let's see who's consistent here. We take a quick look at the PBs. It looks like Spider actually has the best time here with a 44.196, followed by Einol 44.2, Gaming Boy 44.3, and Nick 44.4. So fairly close, everyone within a few tenths there. But let's see who has the consistency down. Should be a good race, and let's see if we get any finalists by the end of it.
Yeah, we are in range for some finalists. Spider right now with 74 points, if memory serves me correctly. Fortunately, I don't have it right in front of me. But I expect some finalists to come in, though. At the same time, maybe I shouldn't, right? We have been seeing the players exchanging first, second, third, and fourth places between each other all the time. Gaming Boy not off with a good start right now, falling behind. Simply Nick bad landing as well. So right now we're just looking at Einol and Spider contending for number 1, changing first and second, really neck and neck. Simply Nick decides to come in like, hey, I built up some more speed. I want to fight as well. So there he is. Oh, wait, did Simply Nick go too far to the out and then Spider too far to the in? What just happened? That was very unfortunate, but not unfortunate for Einol as he just brings in the number 1 spot. Oh, that was weird.
Yeah, they just parted ways, and Einol just broke through the center.
Yeah.
But the 10 points there for Einol, and he's catching right up to Simply Nick now, 75 and 74 points, so very, very close. Let's see what happens this round. So a few mistakes early, but it is only round 1. People probably still getting the feel for the map again. Simply Nick very inside there. Einol, a little bit of wonky lines there by everyone, but it worked out. Spider and Simply Nick are going to be battling for the lead. Einol watching over in third. Oh, Einol touches. That's going to be a huge time loss. And Simply Nick now with a 2/10 lead over Spider. Just needs to keep the ending clean here. And he has another 10 points. Really tough ending though. Spider's trying to catch up. but it looks like he's not going to be able to do it. Simply Nick makes the jump to the finish, gets the 10 points. Gaming Boy will get third, and Einl with that mistake coming home in fourth.
Ooh. Let's see, what does this do for the points? Because that's what I am curious. Ooh, Spider, 11 points away from finalists, so not quite there. But if he can bring in a number 1 or 2, then he should be looking good for finalist in 2 rounds. But right now, he has to still do it. Ooh, he does clip, looking like a number 4 is coming in. Still ready for finalist, but he has to get first place then. Gaming Boy taking the lead with Simply Nick contending. Wait, did Simply Nick just touch that? He did fall behind. I'm pretty sure he hit the barrier right there, as Gaming Boy is ahead by almost 2 seconds at this point. He just has to keep his cool, keep it calm, keep it collected. Don't worry too much. You can even take some easy, safe lines if you want to. Just make sure you get into that finish line and take advantage of the fact that the rest of the players are way behind. He does so. Spider eventually does pick up the number 2. Mistakes from Simply Nick and Einl were simply too big. And Spider actually bringing in the number 2, despite, again, that early mistake. You see that happening a lot. You make an early mistake, the rest of the players do as well later on, you're able to catch up.
Yeah, absolutely, and that means he just needs a second place or better now, and he will be a finalist. So he'll be looking to pick that up. Simply Nick out to an early lead here. Other 3 very, very close behind. Spider, oh my god, I thought he was touching there for sure. Really pushing that corner. Everyone through cleanly. Spider is actually going to take first place. Gaming Boy with more speed now, really, really close. Just 7 thousandths between the top 3. Einl just behind and 4 tenths behind. Gaming Boy and Nick. Spider has to lift. Gaming Boy wipes out. It's between Simply Nick and Spider now.
Oh.
And Simply Nick is going to keep it clean, getting another 10 points. Spider second, Einl third, and Gaming Boy, if he finishes after that wipeout, yes he does, will get 3 points. And that is going to put Spider in finalist. Simply Nick just needs to finish, and he will as well be finalist. So it's getting close.
Getting close indeed. Let's see which track it'll be for Spider to close it out on. It's that's Burn It All Down.
Let's burn it all down. A final map.
Burn it all down. Let's see, how has he done this? If we're looking at the players that we have in the matches and the records that we have, Simply Nick, fastest of the 4 with a 15.2, and Game
I'm
Boy
setting
very
that
close as
just
well.
an hour ago, actually, Simply Nick did. So he's been on the track
Yeah.
recently.
Warming up. Very, very good. I know, and I mean, they're all close, right? We got Simply Nick on 6, Game Boy 7, I know with the 8, and Spider with the number 9 track record. So I think this will be a close one.
Yeah, this should be
nice
a
close
close
one.
match.
And none of them have AT. The AT on this track is hard. Just FYI.
50.032 for AT. Yep, I was like a second off that, I think.
It's a hard one, but it's also a track that is very technical, right? There's a lot of drifts going on this one, and some tight transitions are possible, right? You really don't want to lose too much speed when jumping up. And a little bit of, just a little bit of plastic, just to mess with you, right? We got this nice 180 corner happening with ice,
Yeah.
just to make
a
sure
hint of
that
it
keep you
there.
on your feet.
All right, but we are moving into the rounds now. Remember, Spider on finalist. All he needs is 1 win. Simply Nick 1 point away from finalist, so all he has to do is finish. And fairly close here to start it off. Jump onto the dirt here. Simply Nick extending the lead. Einl trying to chase him down. Spider falling back to 4th here. Can he gain time here? He's going to hit a lot of grass here, losing speed, as did Einl. Simply Nick with a really nice lead, a couple of tenths over everyone. Sending the inside is Spider, trying to push. Needs to win here. Doesn't get any points, he just needs a win here to go through to the next round. Can he chase down Nick, who's on a very clean lap right now? Gaming Boy's going to touch, he's going to lose time there. And Einl looks like he's going to be able to snipe him. Simply Nick just needs to get through, and Simply Nick with the 10 points, denying Spider the win. And now we have a double finalist situation between Nick and Spider.
Very exciting to see which of the Two will do it. The other two players, not that close yet. I know with 88, Gaming Boy with 81. They need to not win but once but twice to maybe get that triple finalist to happen. I'm still, I'm always hoping for it because it's just super exciting. But right now, Gaming Boy not looking the one to be doing bad. Spider and Simply Nick instead fighting it out, and it's looking like they might be able to close it out right now. I know not having the speed that you would like. So I think we're going to have our first winner coming in. Is it going to be Simply Nick? Is it going to be Spider? We'll see if it will be a nice turnaround for Simply Nick if he is able to win this, not only in, coming in from last, but into first as well. He's looking to do that right now. Spider trying to chase him down. Very close, but no cigar as he did hit the barrier. Simply Nick, first place in the losers round number 1, the semifinals, whatever you want to call it. And he moves on to losers final. And we only have room for one more player. Is it going to be Spider currently in finalist mode? Is Einl going to deny and get into finalist mode himself? Or is Gaming Boy going to have the biggest comeback of his life?
So, congrats to Nick, he's through, but now we focus on the rest. And it looks like Spider in last. Gaming Boy a little slow. Spider's going to take second. Needs the win though. Second is not good enough at this point. And going for an inside line on Einl, trying the overtake, but Einl has more exit speed. Einl still with a little advantage, just half a tenth. Gaming Boy a little behind in third, ready to pounce should anyone make a mistake. Through the plastic section, grab the boost. Drift here, Spider looks like he's gaining, really pushing, trying to catch Einl. It's really, really close. Spider, if he has a good dirt section, can still do it. They are absolutely neck and neck. One final drift, who gets a better? Spider bonks, trying to push. And Einl is going to take the 10 points and deny Spider. Really good match, though. And that actually puts Einl in finalists, so
yeah,
again, double finalists.
See, I mean, I'm just gonna... We're gonna see. I mean, we both predicted Einl and Spider in 1 and 2, but it's looking like it might be just one of them moving on, or is Gaming Boy in the lead right now, going to deny him once again. He does need to win twice at that point. He is on 88 points. It's not enough to get into finalist mode right away, so he really needs to hold on to this lead. He's doing so very well right now. Einl behind by about 0.2 of a second. Spider out of the running. So, no, what do you do? Oh no. I think that's all she wrote. Einl is just way too far ahead right now with that bonk happening from Gaming Boy. That's it. That's all she wrote. Even with a bad drift right there, doesn't matter. Einl closes it out with a win, with a 52-4. Not the fastest time, but fast enough to move on to losers final. And we're going to have to say goodbye to Spider and Gaming Boy.
Yeah, there you have it. Not sure what happened to Gaming Boy in that final round, but Einl will benefit from it. So Einl and Simply Nick moving on, and what a turnaround from Simply Nick compared to his earlier performance, where it was just a lot of mistakes. He really turned it around on track 23, just with clean runs and good times, and yeah, he made it through. So congratulations.
Congratulations indeed. It was a nice match that just went back and forth, right? It did seem like Simply Nick recomposed himself and he just got the turnaround coming in from fall 23. It really was his second wind that he needed after a bad start on